Dear friends, hello everyone, you're on the СашаЛера channel. Today we're finally starting to work on our facade. We're going to install facade tiles from Techno Hauberg. I'll show you everything now. As you remember, we finally finished the inside of the house. Of course, there's still a lot of work to do, but it's enough to move in and live more or less normally. We've completed all our main tasks, all the main work. Now it's summer, it's hot, and we need to finish all the outdoor work. And we'll take care of finishing, repairs, and all those things closer to fall, in the fall and winter. That's when no construction work is expected outside anymore. So, our tile is Techno Hauberg facade tile. This is antique brick, that's the color our facade will be. It's like yellow brick, it should turn out very beautiful. Antique yellow brick will be the main facade of our house. And the corners, I decided to highlight the corners. So the brick and 1.5 bricks will be like this. This is what we'll use next. This is already Flemish brick here, and this same Flemish brick will go on the plinth. So we'll also cover the plinth with this kind of brick. Light facade, dark plinth, and the corners will also be dark, just about the color of our roof. So we have a dark roof and a light facade. Well, everything should match up and it should all turn out nicely. There you go. That's the task we have. We're going to figure all this out now. So what we need to do is highlight the corners with color. I talked to specialists from Techno and I also watched a lot of videos. Since I installed the flexible shingles myself, I think I can handle the facades alone without any problems. I think it's even a little bit easier here. But there's a nuance here. I need to start attaching the tiles from the middle, and from the middle work my way out. So from the middle I need to go toward the edges. That's it. For this I need to figure out the approximate center and basically move from there. So now we'll deal with this. I estimated all the sheets and we have exactly 7 sheets here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sheets, and our wall is 7 meters long, so it works out to 7 sheets. We'll make the starter strip with a slight downward overhang so water drips off and doesn't touch the threads. We'll make a small overhang with our shingles and then the water will flow off easily and nothing here will get wet. We're marking the center of the facade. The house is 720, so that's 360 on each side. We'll be fastening the facade tiles with galvanized ring shank nails. Here's the box. I have several boxes of galvanized ring shank nails. These are roofing ring shank galvanized, also from Techno. I made the starter strip. I need to add another piece here, and there will be a broken section where a piece will go. Look at what we've got. This way, the corner is already starting to stand out nicely. I think if you make it a bit higher, you'll be able to see the pattern really well. That's how the corner will be, and it'll look the same on the other side. Here's how our tile looks now. It goes through 2 layers, you see? Here's the nail, and it's almost 5 centimeters. It's hammered in about 5 centimeters from the edge, like this. That way, even here, we get triple tiles. Take a look. Everything is already sticking in the sun. Look, here everything is already glued down, and later it will stick even better. Well, everything's great. All right, let's continue. So dear friends, I made a cutout here under the window like this. That's it, I nailed it down. Nothing will leak here, and these nails will be hidden. Look at how beautiful it turns out. The house just gets a gorgeous look. Now I'll set up the scaffolding. It's right here. I need to take it apart. Then I'll assemble it here. I specifically started with the wall that's less noticeable. I left the more open areas for later so I could, practice on this wall first and then move on to those. But everything here seems to be done without any mistakes. Everything is straight, neat, and level. I should be able to reach all the way to the top. Because if everything isn't level, it might not line up with the other parts of the facade later. So if I start working on the front part of the facade, the tiles might not match up and it won't look very nice. So everything needs to be done carefully, neatly, and with good quality. Simple I finally finished the scaffolding, reinforced it, added boards underneath, and nailed them all. Otherwise they bend in sequence. So when you step on it, the load will still fall mostly on these, on all three. I laid 3 150mm boards, so now you can walk there easily. I brought in 4 since the 5th is going on the brackets. Here I need a place to stack the cut pieces, and in the middle I need space for cutting so I don't have to go downstairs to make the cuts. I'll handle everything here. This is the workspace I've set up for myself. Now I'll start making the trim. So the first one is the bottom trim. I need to make it. Well, that's so the water can run off. That's it. Then the side trims, and at the end the top trim, and it will be covered with shingles. So now we'll make the bottom trim and install it. That's it. By the way, look, I just added some fresh foam. Here I had spacers under the window and they dried out because they're made of wood. So they were just hanging loose. That's actually for the best. I filled those spots with foam. It'll help retain heat better. Alright, dear friends, everyone take a look. I finished the first one. So there's a cut like this. Everything fits perfectly here as well. We'll install a windowsill here next. There you go. For now we'll do it like this. We'll put the side pieces in. They'll rest here, and the water that runs down them will flow down here. There will also be a drip edge here, and any water on it will run down along the edge. Something like that. And if any drops do get through, since it will be pressed here, they'll just run down from here as well. We'll make a slight slope so that nothing flows under the window. That's it. I am also using a technical metal trim. That's it. And it's covered with the same basalt granules as the flexible shingles from Hauberg. So that's how I just trimmed it. I've marked everything, all the parts we need, all the overlaps. This way everything will look nice and neat. Here I'll do the same thing on top. I'll bend it as well, so it looks good too. I'll show you now. So I've twisted everything like this. Unfortunately, I couldn't find lighter screws, but I think I'll paint them neatly later with a lighter color like this. Let's see, like this, I guess. Maybe I won't even do it. It's not really noticeable. Only if you look closely, like what's that spot? It's just a bit browner than the trim, that's all. That's it, basically. I nailed the starter strip again. On top, just like we started the starter strip at the bottom, you also need to nail a starter strip above the window. I did everything according to the instructions, including the cutouts, and that's it. Now the siding should continue from here. I thought maybe I should lower it. Then I thought maybe I need to put a strip like that at the bottom. Then I thought, what's the point? Let it stand out a little like that. If you look at the windowsill, you can see it's like this. I don't know, we'll see. I don't see much difference here. I've already accounted for the overlap. It's about 3.5 centimeters here. Basically the overlap of the starter strip. Plus we're going to add tiles now. Nothing will leak or blow in there in any way. So everything's fine. I've never done this before. I've never worked on this. And look, I think I did an awesome job, honestly. Right up close to the window. Maybe there's a millimeter gap. That's it. And that's all. You can't tell anything's there unless you look very closely. Friends, I wanted to highlight the changes in Techno-Nickel Hauberg tiles. Now the tiles will come out looking like this, just like the base bricks are currently made. Previously the tiles had adhesive strips on this side, and you had to peel off the film from this side. Now the tiles come without adhesive strips on this side. The film is convenient, soft, and removes easily. The company changed the glue formula and the strips became much wider. Now the tiles stick better and are fixed securely. So even in what I would call not so hot weather, you can secure the tiles well and fix them right away. Look, you can nail it down. Awesome. And accordingly, the installation speed also increases. What can I say about all this? For example, this tile was nailed down just recently. If we take this tile, it hasn't fully bonded yet. That is, there are already spots where it's sticking, so it's already pretty hard to pull this tile off. Haha, so dear friends, now the tile will be coming out in a new version. But dear friends, if you're worried about the colors, this won't affect them at all. The colors will stay the same. So dear friends, that's it. I've completely finished one wall. Also, as you saw, I've already started working on the other wall. This is the nice corner that appears. Then we'll put a corner piece here, 50 by 50, to cover all of this. It'll cover it like this, in the same color, and that's it. This finished corner won't be visible, but overall it will look nice. There, I really like this corner, how it stands out so nicely. So now the house isn't so monotone, but has different colors. They'll be living in the house. Of course, I've been thinking about it lately. Maybe I should have highlighted the window with bricks as well. That would probably look really nice too. Well, it's fine. I've already bought it. So my window trim is already the color of the brickwork. There. Well, I think this looks nice too. Maybe later I'll decorate it with some nice frames. I don't know, maybe wide ones also in the color of the corners. Alright, we still have a lot of work to do. We need to finish the facade quickly. And we can deal with all these beautiful details a bit later, as they say. That's it. We need to finish this wall and then move over there. Basically, we'll go around in a circle like this. Beautiful. It's much better than before. Now our house is starting to look more finished. Absolutely. Thank you all for watching, dear friends. Bye. We'll keep working on the facade. You'll definitely see the final result. We'll also need to install the soffits and gutters. I've already bought all of that. I have everything on hand, so there's still plenty of work to do. We'll finally make the house look amazing, that's it. And I also need to work on the terrace, and I'm looking at different options for terrace boards right now. The terrace will be open. For now, maybe this year we'll put up a small fence so our child doesn't fall off the terrace. We'll see, but I really want to have the terrace too. I also need to have time to pour the piles, lay them, put in the joists and lay the boards. Basically this job isn't that hard. It should take about a week probably with our pace of work, which is actually pretty tough too. I think we can handle it in a week. Also, dear friends, don't forget about our other social networks, Zen and Telegram. There you go, subscribe. I'm also trying to start posting some things on Telegram now. And there, many stages of photos and some videos about what's happening now come out much earlier. So be sure to subscribe, we're waiting for you there too.